From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the News at 10. Live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Yemba Umar.
Hello and welcome. One person dies as fire guts over 400 shops at the motor spare part market in Obosi, Anambra State. Residents of Kurben village in Mangu local government area of Plateau State count their losses after the killing of 12 persons by cattle rustlers on Wednesday night. Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board suspends the national identification number requirements for its UTME examination till 2021, following criticisms over the tedious registration process. And calls for justice spreads after admission by Iran that it unintentionally shut down Ukrainian jetliner that crashed near Tehran, killing 176 people. Plus business and sports.
On business news tonight, Nigeria's headline inflation seen higher at 12.10% in December 2019 in latest projection by financial derivatives company.
And on sports news tonight, Barcelona forward Luis Suarez looks set for a lengthy spell on the sidelines after the Spanish champions announced he is to undergo surgery to treat a knee problem.
We begin tonight from Anambra State, where traders at the old motor spare part market Obosi in Idemili North local government area have been counting their losses following the midnight fire, which burnt down over 400 shops in the market. The cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained, though, but the chairman of the market says that the market security guards are suspecting that a leaking gas cylinder inside one of the affected shops may be the source of the fire.
Remnants of burnt tires and motor spare parts litter the old motor spare parts market, Ugwagba Obosi, in Idemili North local government area of Anambra State, with over 400 shops completely razed. A large crowd gathers at the scene, lamenting the unfortunate incident. Although the cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained, the chairman of the market, Samuel Izobodo, gives an account he received from the security guards on duty.
By 12 a.m. in the morning, I got a call from my commander security that one shop has caught fire. And before they get there, it affected more than 10 immediately because they are selling body parts here, both seats, bomber. Then we try our best to stop it. We cannot be able to stop it by our own power.
While one of the leaders is also said to have died of shock on hearing about the incident, some of the affected traders recount the magnitude of their losses.
About 3 shops here, one up there, that one down. The old 3 shops are bombed by fire.
It's a very big loss. Look at us. We are just empty.
The traders say fire outbreaks are fast becoming a common sight in major markets in the state, while the state government is asking the traders to pay attention to insurance. The people are appealing to the state government to provide some immediate relief.
In the meantime, calm has returned to Kurben village in Mangu local government area of Plateau State, where 12 people were killed by gunmen on Wednesday night. While the survivors are recuperated at the Plateau State General Hospital in Mangu, the Maguvul Development Association is calling on government to match words with action by ensuring that perpetrators of the act are identified and prosecuted. Kurben village is an agrarian community in Plateau State with majority of the residents predominantly grains and Irish potato farmers. They are yet to get over the shock of Wednesday's attack, which left 12 of their youths dead, leaving them with no option than to ask for justice.
I cannot understand what has really happened because it's not provoked. It's not provoked. We've never stopped them from going about their economic activities. We live with some few of them over there where this thing happened, and it has been a very peaceful relationship. And these people just came from somewhere and just did what they did. It's condemnable by any well-thinking Nigerian or any human being at all. And we are believing that the government will live up to its words and make sure that these people are punished.
The Plateau state government is leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that the incident does not escalate by organizing a meeting with members of the bereaved families and community leaders to prevent any form of retaliation.
We had to go to the community concerned, talk to them to calm down the situation, and to also encourage them not to bear the loss and not to take the loss into their hands by revenge. And with the help of God, we're able to succeed, and we have succeeded in calming the families that are affected.
At the hospital in Mungu, 2 of the survivors are receiving treatment. Governor Simon Lalong has visited the community on Thursday for first-hand information on the incident. He thereafter revealed that the attack was carried out by suspected cattle rustlers who had been chased out of the community by the youths. While the people are for justice, the state government is promising improved security in the area and also calming frayed nerves to avoid a reprisal. Staying with security matters, efforts to end the lingering crisis between the Fulani community and members of the Adara tribe in Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State may have received a boost today, as representatives of both groups held a peace and reconciliation meeting organized by the local government chairman. The intervention follows years of unresolved conflicts that have left several people dead and property worth millions of naira destroyed.
Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State has had its fair share of ethno-religious crisis in the past year. Communities ravaged as a result, leaving scores of people dead. The popular Kasuwan Magani market was not spared either. Although relative peace has gradually returned to the area, the local government chairman is engaging all stakeholders with a view to finding a lasting solution. The first community to be engaged is the Adara community, and stakeholders agree to bury their differences.
After the fallout of what happened in Kaduna local government, I think this is a meeting that is coming at the right time. It will also bolster or add to what we are doing in my community. We have also appealed to government on the other aspects. They have also listened to us. One of the positive sides was the release of our Adara elders, who are also part and have been part of this peace-forming committee.
We want to tell the world that security has improved greatly. For some months now, we've not had any communal attack. That is not to say all is completely well. We have pockets of killings here and there, which the security agencies are on top of the situation. They are doing their best to ensure that those things don't continue.
Among the resolutions reached at the meeting is the support for the reconstruction of the burned Kasuwan market and the welfare of the internally displaced persons from previous conflicts.
This is a project that's going to be about 2.78 billion, which is very big and massive. And after the completion, it will boost economic activities in Kajuru local government, because it's a market that see people even from across the territory, Nigeria's border, coming in to buy stock.
While the Adara elders are committed to charting a new course for peace, similar meetings are expected to be held with leaders of the Fulani and Hausa communities to find a lasting peace in Kajuru local government area.
And while deliberations continue on how to end the security challenges across the country, the recently launched Southwest Regional Security Initiative, known as Amotekun, still generating controversy, with the latest reaction from the former Vice President of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Mr. Issa Aremu. The former Labour leader is asking the Southwest governors to avoid decentralizing the police force through the back door with the launch of Amotekun security initiative.
Very interesting initiative to address the issue of security at the regional level. Very good initiative along that line, but I'm not sure whether most Nigerians, including even the citizens of the Southwest, are clear about the routes guiding this new security outfit. Again, for me, it has come as a shock therapy. I think we need a gradualist approach to addressing our security architecture. But my advice to the governors is that anything they want to do should be done within the constitutional arrangement of Nigeria. Today, as I'm talking to you, security is on the exclusive list of our constitution. And we should not decentralize police through the back door. We have to do through the open door. We should be clear what are the terms. And if you ask me, you give uniforms, to youths, however defined. Are they trained? Are they trainable? What do you pay them? What arms do you give them? Will it not lead to proliferation of arms?
Away from security, let's turn our attention to education. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board has suspended the compulsory use of the National Identification Number for its examination till 2021. The decision is coming on the heels of criticisms about the timing of the new policy of the examination body and the difficulty in obtaining the number. The Registrar of JAMB, Professor Issa says that the decision to suspend the policy is to allow enough time for candidates to acquire the number. Registration for the 2020 JAMB UTME is expected to commence on the 13th of January, and JAMB says that candidates can now apply with or without the NIN.
And tell us. We got to a point yesterday that knowing fully well that the registration for 2020 UTME and Direct will start on Monday the 13th and will go on till 17th of February, 5 weeks. And we have just those 5 weeks because everything in the educational sector is programmed. Because when people are making suggestions to us, and why don't you shift it? Why do they do not know what we know? So on the basis of this, we came to a very sad position yesterday that we have to decide that for 2020, we are not going to use NIN as prerequisite for registration. We are therefore suspending this till subsequent year, 2021, when all candidates will have been given what appears that like a 1 year notice that they will have opportunity for doing their registration.
In part two, after the break, we bring you reactions to the decision by JAMB suspending the national identity number requirements for the UTME. Plus, find out why many beautiful houses in the Abuja city centre are unoccupied and what the FCT authorities plan to do about this. Stay with us.